I'm quite looking forward to tonight.
Oh, you've changed your tune, haven't you? I thought the least you saw of Frank Tate, the better.
Ah, but I've turned the tables on him. He's in my debt. You have to be nice to me.
Now, look, tonight is meant to be a nice evening out. It's a thank you. Least you can do is be gracious about it.
I'll behave, I promise.
Oh, and don't talk about organic farming, eh? Or beef herds.
Won't say a word. In fact, I'll just ask him his opinions on vasectomies.
Oh, stop it. Look, I'll talk to Frank and you look after Kim, all right?
Oh, whatever you say.
I can't say I'm looking forward to it much.
Joe's all right. It's just a bit touchy.
Touchy? I've never managed to have a civil conversation with him yet.
I'm sure if you set out to charm him, Frank, you can do it. Just don't start any arguments about BSE or steroids.
Let's not talk about farming, then. If we don't talk about that, what do we talk about?
This is meant to be a thank you to them both, Frank. The whole place might have burnt down, but for Joe, this would be nice, eh?
All right, love. I'll be as sweet as pie, I promise. How about some nice organic lamb for dinner? You'd enjoy that.
Frank, look, you talk to Kate tonight, and I'll keep Joe out of your hair. Will that keep you happy?
It's quite chilly out, Fiddlesticks. I put my nose out and tested temperature. It's really very balmy. The air's not the only thing that's balmy, if you ask me. But it's been quite nippy these last few days.
Oh, do stop pushing, Mr. Wilkes. I'm not going to the North Pole. I'm just going to potter around village for 10 minutes.
Well, don't go overtiring yourself. And don't forget your stick. Are you sure you'll be warm enough? Have you got your vest?
I am not prepared to answer that question, Mr. Wilkes. I shall be back before opening time. And I hope and pray as you restrain your curiosity about my nether garments in front of our customers.
Do you know, I never thought this cowpack competition would take off so well.
You're obviously a born saleswoman.
I've got all sorts here. I've got cash, cheques, oh, and an IOU from Seth.
I hope you signed it.
Have you sold all the tickets?
Well, not quite, but I just want to get this lot counted up because I feel nervous having it all around.
I must say, Kate, you've done wonders with this ticket selling. You know, I don't think she left out anybody in the village. Everybody's bought a ticket.
I'd have thought the squares in the middle of the field were the best bet. Which have you bought, Kate?
Oh, I knew I'd forgotten somebody. Oh, I better buy one now.
Oh, you don't have to buy any, Kate.
Well, it wouldn't do for the organiser not to buy one, would it? As long as I don't win.
You'll be able to buy the boiler for the church and something else besides.
Well, the roof needs doing. That'll cost thousands. The organ's a bit ropey. There's dry rot in the vestry, worm in the pews.
Bats in the belfry.
But I want to get something on for the community before we go in for any more repairs.
What sort of thing?
A youth club, for starters.
Yes, there's not very much for kids round here.
I've seen so many kids go off the rails simply for lack of something to do. All we need is some new sound equipment, some speakers, some lighting.
Hey, well, hang on a minute. Let's count what we've got there before we start planning things.
Right.
Right. What's up with Clement then, Mrs. Graves?
He's not eating. I'm worried sick about him. I've tried tempting him. Turkey, the best steak, chocolate drops. It's been 2 days now.
Well, it doesn't seem to be anything obvious, but I'll give him a thorough examination. All right, Clement, let's have a look at you. Good boy. Good boy.
Have you seen Amos on your troubles?
Nope. Up and about again, is he? That's good news.
Well, it would be if he had ape with the sense. As it is, he's probably walked too far, overtaxed himself.
There you are.
Cheers. And here's to the lovely ladies in our lives.
The secret of handling women, old boy, is to keep them firmly under control. Wine them, dine them, never get involved. That's how Caroline and I have remained such good friends.
Is that what you call it? I thought she was still out for your blood.
No. We've come to a very satisfactory conclusion. And very amicably, too. You see, Caroline and I go back a long way. She deserves more consideration than your little Miss Debbie, what's her name? I could see through her game right from the start.
Yes, well, we don't all have your startling insight into women, do we?
Yeah, that's true.
Talk of the devil. Casanova himself has just walked in. Do you think he's got the measure of our delightful Dolly Skilbeckers yet? Personally, I'd run a mile before getting involved with a shady customer like that. Ah, Charlie. What would you like?
I've ear-tagged half the lambs. I'll finish the rest after dinner, OK?
So come and give me a hand later, Kathy.
Who the heck's this?
Some idiot showing off. Hey! You're on private land, you know!
What a tourist.
Dunno. Smart-looking machine, though.
What the hell's he doing?
Jack, he's heading straight for us.
Now look.
What's the big idea?
Christopher!
Great, isn't it? I might have known. Another toy for Tate.
When did you get this?
Picked it up this morning. Bet you didn't know I could ride a bike.
No, but you could have warned us.
Yeah, you were lucky you didn't get a pitchfork through your tyres driving over our land like that.
I'm sorry. Just wanted to surprise you.
You did that all right.
So do you fancy a ride? Got a spare helmet?
Chris, I'm meant to be working.
I'm sure they can spare you for half an hour.
Well...
Go on, Kathy, if you want to go. It is your dinner hour.
Come on, you'll love it. Off you go. And churn up some of his father's fields. Blasted tearaways?
Ah, go on. You'd love to have a go.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind, to be honest.
OK, let's talk about this. You've got 50-odd detached houses you want to build and you need investors. I put in £50,000 and I get 30,000 back?
Maybe more.
Oh, it seems too easy.
It is easy. It's a gamble. And most people are too frightened to take it on. But if you want to make big money, you've got to take big risks.
And if I go ahead with Dundike?
Make a bob or two letting it out. You've got it for your old age, but you'll never make a killing with it.
Oh, I'll have to think it over, Charlie.
Dolly, you've been thinking it over for days. I can't wait forever.
I'll let you know by the end of the week, OK?
You're the boss. But I need to know, OK?
Right.
Look, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go. I'll see you, all right?
Can I have a word, Alan?
Yes, of course, my dear. Excuse me, Harry.
I need some advice, actually. It's about an
I
investment.
don't make a fuss. I want you to
place.
sit down a minute and have a little rest. I'll get you a drop of whiskey. So, could I have a drop of
What's
whiskey,
happened?
please? I just need to sit quietly for a moment. No need to panic. Damn near mown down by a great lorry he was.
What, in the village?
Aye. One of those juggernauts it were, taking up all that road. Very nearly flattened me.
Amos?
Oh, thanks, love.
Those lorries have no right coming through Beckindale at all.
Yes, they're an absolute disgrace.
You have to have a word with the council. Going far too fast as well.
There you go, Clement. Good boy. Well, he seems to be the picture of health to me. Absolutely nothing wrong with him at all.
But he's not well. I know he's not.
No, there's no sign of anything at all.
Why won't he eat anything?
Well, he's probably just not hungry.
You're very young, aren't you? How long have you been practicing?
Long enough to know a healthy animal when I see one, Mrs. Graves.
I want a second opinion.
Well, there's nothing to stop you. You can take Clement to as many vets as you like, but they'll all tell you the same thing. Clement is a splendid animal in the best of health. Absolutely nothing wrong with him.
It all seems so simple to begin with, buying Demdike for Sam and me. But now I've got this proposition of Charlie Aindale's, I just don't know what to do.
I'm very flattered you should come to me.
Well, I've no one else, really.
No, that's better you haven't.
And you do know Charlie from the council.
Oh, yes, I've known Charlie for years. Only in a business capacity, of course. I've never socialised with him. I don't know his wife, for instance.
No, neither do I. And to be perfectly honest, Alan, I don't think I trust him.
Yes, well, strictly between you and me and the gatepost, neither do I. No, not that I've got anything against him, mind, but I do know he presses rather a hard deal. I mean, I'm not trying to interfere, Dolly, but I should think twice before having any dealings with Charlie Aindale, for business or pleasure. You're seeing quite a bit of him at present, aren't you?
Well, he's very attractive and good company.
Oh, yes, he can put on the charm all right, can Charlie. But I should be very careful.
Oh, I will be. I think I know what I'm doing.
And remember, if ever you need a friend, I'm always here.
Oh, thank you, Alan. I will.
He's the right lad, your Christopher, really, isn't he?
He's not that bad, really.
More money than sense, though.
I'm sorry, Jack.
What for?
Well, you and Joe can't have been best pleased this morning.
Oh, Joe was just jealous, that's all. Wanted to go himself, me too.
Do you think he'll ever grow up?
Joe? I shouldn't think so.
No, you know who I mean.
Well, I don't see that it matters much. So long as you enjoy it.
That's the trouble. The bike's all right. Must admit, I really enjoyed it. But it isn't that. He just assumes that I'll fall in with everything he does. Champagne, flowers, motorbikes. It's not really me, is it? I wish he'd think more about what I'd like sometimes.
He's just a bit young and foolish, Kathy. He hasn't done any damage. He's not the first either. I mean, me and Joe did a fair bit of mucking about at his age.
Well, I didn't.
No. Then you've had to grow up faster than some. Maybe you've missed out. You've got to make allowances for him.
I do. I make them all the time. That's the trouble. I don't know if I want to keep on doing it, though.
I don't believe it. That woman is back with her bloodhound again. Back again, I see.
Yes, but you've got to do something.
There is nothing wrong with Clement, Mrs. Graves.
He hasn't eaten all day, and he's had the merest lick of water. He just sits there looking at me accusingly.
Has he been out today for a walk?
He's much too ill to go out.
Well, when was the last time you exercised him?
He's far too weak. How can I make him exercise when he's not eating?
He is a big dog, Mrs. Graves. He needs proper exercise every day.
I want you to examine him again. You must have missed something the first time. Please.
All right, come through.
Come on. Good boy.
Sorry, Charlie, but I made up my mind. I know, but I've decided to go ahead with Demdike. Oh, yes, that'd be great. I'll see you tomorrow, then. Bye. I've been worried about telling Charlie all afternoon, but he didn't seem that bothered, really.
I'm glad you're going ahead with it.
Oh, I know. I'm quite excited. Only made up my mind this afternoon, but I know I'm right.
Dolly, have you got any particular plans for Demdike?
Oh, I haven't got that far yet. I think I will rent it out for a while. Don't know whether to have a permanent tenant, though, or just do holiday lets.
I've got an idea for it, if you agree.
I'm afraid that's all I can suggest, Mrs. Graves.
All right.
I'll send the blood samples off today, and then if you give us a ring on Thursday, we can give you the results.
Can't you give me anything now?
No, nothing, Mrs. Graves. Good evening.
Well, I suppose that'll have to do. Come on.
Well, yes, of course. Nick and Elsa would be ideal. And I prefer to rent out to someone I know. And they do need somewhere, don't they?
Well, that's great, but Dolly, about the rent, I don't think they can afford to pay very much.
Oh, well, seeing as it's Nick, we can come to some special deal.
Oh, no, I've got a better idea than that. And you shouldn't be losing out. After all, it's an investment.
Well, what then?
Well, I've got this £50 a month coming to me, and I want to use it to help Nick. I know if I just offer it to him, he'll say no. So what I thought was, if you could decide on a rent, I'll pay you the £50 a month, you deduct it from Nick's rent, he's none the wiser.
Well, that doesn't seem very fair on you, though, Caroline.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's an unexpected bonus. I finally came to an agreement with Alan Turner. More than I expected, to be honest, and I want to use it to help Nick.
Well, if it's what you like, it'd suit me very well.
Oh, thanks, Dolly. But not a word to Nick, eh?
Oh, not a word.
Have you bought your tickets for the great Cowpack competition yet, gentlemen?
Yes, indeed. I could hardly fail to, with Kate twisting my arm.
All in a good cause, Alan.
Oh, yes, of course. I don't begrudge it. No, it's nice to see Kate so interested in something.
Oh, do you fancy buying a couple of extra ones, Mr. Turner, seeing that it's such a good cause?
I don't think so, Seth. I think 5 is enough.
Bargain price. Only £1 for a ticket.
I thought they were £2 each.
That's what Curate's charging. But I'm helping him out. I'm selling a few on site for him. It's a sort of a sweepstake.
I don't know. What do you think, Sarah?
Well, you know Seth, Alan.
Yes, I do indeed.
It's all regular and above board. Look, I've got raffle tickets here. Double your chances for half the price. It's a bargain.
Oh, all right, Seth. I'll take 2. Should increase my chances of winning.
Right.
The curate's quite happy about this, isn't he?
He was happy as a lark last time I spoke to him, Mr. Turner.
Another one, Joe?
Oh, just a small one. I'm milking in the morning.
Can't say I envy you.
Oh, I love the early mornings. Up before anyone else is. Best part of the day, is that? That's the advantage us farmers have over you lot.
Oh, I love it in autumn, when the mist is hanging over the trees.
Yeah, well, I'm usually too busy to notice.
I've been up early in my time, don't you worry. You don't build a successful haulage company lying in bed. I've got this place to run now, as well as keeping an eye on the business.
That's just gentleman farming. Emmerdale's where the real farming's done. The real hard graft.
He's only fooling Frank. He loves it, really.
True enough. But I'm not afraid of hard work. I could never settle into the cushy life. I mean, this is all very nice, but much too fancy for me.
Kim, I've been meaning to ask you, how's Zoe getting on?
Oh, she's really enjoying it, I think. She wants to get out and about on the farms, do some proper vetting. I think she's a bit fed up with neutering too many tomcats.
Do you know, I feel sorry for tomcats. Must be very painful for them. Not to mention ruining their sex lives.
Well, I'll just check on the dinner. We should be able to eat soon. Excuse me.
We've been through a lot, you and me.
Yeah, but it's all tied up with Jackie, isn't it? I feel awful talking about Chris now. As if I'm letting you down.
Oh, don't be daft.
I love Chris. At least I think I do. He's got this streak in him. It's so childish. It drives me mad sometimes.
Well, maybe it does. But it's got its upside as well. He's been very good for you, Kath. And if you hadn't met Chris, you'd still be brooding over Jackie, hiding yourself away, never going out, never having treats. And I'm not saying that Chris is the one for you forever and ever. Just don't take everything so much to heart, that's all.
Maybe.
Oh, come on, Kath. It can't all be bad. I mean, you do have fun with him, don't you?
Yeah, of course I do.
Hiya.
Hi.
Fancy another ride on the bike?
No, Chris.
Oh, come on.
Well, yeah, okay.
Great. See you later, Jack. Yeah.
Well, perhaps you're right, Jack. He can be fun, can't he? See you later. Thanks.
What's up?
Oh, it's just Kathy and Chris. I don't know whether he's right for it.
I thought you liked him.
I do. It's just as well. I hate to see everything go wrong for her again. I think I ought to have a talk to him sometime.
She doesn't need you to fight her battles for her.
She damn well does. Who else is going to bother about her?
Chris is.
I'll not let him upset her, Sarah. I think I'll have a friendly chat with him sometime.
So in a couple of years' time, there'll be a complete transformation.
Sounds great.
The thing I enjoy most is the challenge. You know, taking over something that was dying on its feet and rebuilding it. This place was badly managed for years now.
I wouldn't say that. It was a pretty good going concern.
No, Joe. Old-fashioned methods, old-fashioned ideas. I was ticking over, all right, but there was no imagination. No vision of the possibilities.
Like your idea for a farm museum? Nothing new about that.
The heritage business, Joe. There's lots of money to be made.
But it isn't real farming, is it? You're just spinning a yarn to the tourists. Farming is an industry, high technology. I mean, even a little farm like ours. We're the ones aiming to the future. We haven't got time to dwell in the past.
Oh, I'm looking to the future, Joe, don't you worry. The Dales need men like me, prepared to invest some real money. Can't just tick over any longer.
Invest? Is that what you call it? You just want to buy everything up. Get everything under your control. You won't rest till you own every farm in the area.
Now, look here, that's...
I think we need some more wine. Could you get another bottle, please?
Joe, stop it. You promised that you wouldn't argue.
So did Frank.
Went thundering past that lorry, did. Missed me be inches.
It's not the first time either. Jack and Robert had a scare last month. I mean, think of the kids going to school on their own. They don't stand a chance.
They shouldn't be allowed to go through this village, and it's your duty to raise matter with council.
Well, it's not really a council matter, Amos.
Thin end of the wedge, isn't it? 2 or 3 lorries start taking shortcuts through the village. You can guarantee the drivers will pass the word round to the others.
Oh, there'll be dozens doing it by the end of the year.
You're the councillor, though, Mr. Emmerdale. You support Mr. Turner if he raises matter.
You'll have to excuse me a moment, Mr. Brearley. A bit of unfinished business. Harry, a word.
Yes, Charlie. What's up?
What have you been saying to Dolly Skilbeck?
Don't know what you mean on that.
I had her nicely geared up for an investment plan, and now she tells me she's taken further advice. She's changed her mind.
Very wise, if I may say so.
I'm warning you, Pollard. Interfere in my business affairs, and you are in for some serious trouble.
Nothing to do with me, old man. I'm the last person Dolly would come to for advice.
Remember the audit we talked about? Your handling of the books at the market?
Yes?
That was no idle threat. I can put it into motion just like that. You put another foot wrong, that's exactly what I'll do.
Of course, we're dead lucky we've got all family working up at Emmerdale.
I know. I wish we had. We've only got Nick and the stable lad at the moment. We need much more help.
I suppose the stables must take up quite a bit of time.
Yes, but I love it.
Of course, when you have your child, I suppose you'll need somebody full-time then, or at least a bit of the time.
What's that?
So Kim said the other day about you two trying for a baby.
Oh, did she?
Frank.
What else did she tell you? I suppose that's what that funny remark about Tom Cats was all about earlier. Told you about my vasectomy, has she?
Frank, please, not now.
Why not now? Why don't we go down to the pub and tell them all about it?
I'm really sorry. I didn't
It's
mean
not
to...
your fault, Kate. It's mine. Don't worry. Excuse me a moment, will you?
Whoops.
Oh, Joe, it's awful. Poor Kim. I shouldn't have said anything.
Well, how are we to know it's such a big secret? Still, they're probably in the corridor kissing and making up. No sugar. You'll find some.
Oh, now, Joe, you're just being nosy. Stop it. Just leave him alone.
I won't be gone long.
Oh, don't be an idiot.
Dolly, I need it.
Give it to me.
Frank, don't. Will you stop it, please? Look, you're being an idiot.